Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical. This is Mystical Gaming. We are back on Watcher of Realms, and as you know, I've just completed Gear Age 319. Means I get a load of Infernal and Soulbound Arcarna gear. Say a load, it's probably not that much. On what I get any good is probably a different story altogether. So we're going to have a look at what I get. It's sort of tied in with gear cleansing. I'm not going to do a full gear cleanse video. If you want me to do that, leave something down in the comments below saying you'd like to see how I do it. But essentially, I would aim to level up your gear when this is on. That seems to be a no-brainer, because you can just get free stuff for leveling up your gear. That's the amount of gold I've got. If I'm running a raid and I'm putting extra energy into it, I very much consider going along to the little dwarven bloke, and it's in here, and then buying up one of these. As you can see, I've already bought one this week. As long as I get enough to get the legendary skill crystal, that's what I put my priority on. But after that, I'm more than happy to get one of these, or time collecting a reward for that. Actually, boost the amount of gold I get. So if I'm going to put stamina into something, I do try and make sure that I've got the gold XP bonus on there. Now, what did we get? So we are overborne with gear at the moment. There we go, we've got 1004, so we're in the red. The straight bits of gear I'm going to sell. There we go, there's everything I'm going to sell straight away. That's a little bit heartbreaking, but there you go. Now when you do this, make sure you don't click here and here. If I select all, there's 56 pieces we can see. Now if I select all, there's 200 odd. Unselect that before we make a mistake. And that is because all your brace, all your chest pieces and all your weapons come with the flat stat as a primary stat. So make sure you do not have those selected if you're going to sell all your flat statted pieces straight away. That's them gone. That's them straight out of the way. Let's just select two pieces we're doing. I could go on and select the other pieces from there as well, but I'll do that on my own time. I don't want to take up your time too much, so I would select Internal Wisdom and Doom and Arcarna and Fractured. I think they're all the DPS sets that you'd get from Gear Age 3. So when I've done Gear Age 3, there'd be the DPS sets, and we would look at doing those. But I'm not doing that today. It's not a full gear cleanse. I'm just looking at hopefully the good stuff we got. So primary stat, let's start at the top. We want attack speed, or sorry, attack percentage, not attack speed. We get to that later. And we want crit rate. So this is all the gear that I got that has primarily got attack percentage and crit rate on. Let's lock up all of that gear. You can take it further. If you're doing a full gear cleanse with all of your gear, then you may wish to add on other stats like crit damage and attack speed or flat attack, that sort of thing. Got one piece there. Happy days. Look forward to rolling that up. Hope it rolls well. Probably won't, but we'll see shortly. So that is the first step I would do in any sort of gear cleansing. Now the next thing I want to do, crit damage. With crit damage, I want that percentage. And I will stop there. For me, at my level of account, a lot of people would also want crit rate as well and only take these two. However, my account isn't that good, so I'm taking anything with attack percentage on there, and I might deal or might get the extra crit rate or live without not having 100% crit rate. So for me, it's just crit damage and attack percentage. I would also take attack speed. I'd also take crit rate as well. It would take a crit rate piece. It's got attack percentage on. If it hasn't got the attack percentage on there, I wouldn't take it. Let's have a look. There's only one other piece that's got crit rate, and it's got crit damage, but it hasn't got the attack percentage on there, so I wouldn't take it. Even with my account this low, I still wouldn't take a piece like that. Now, the other thing I would do or look at is HP percent. Now there's a wide variety of HP percent stuff that I would take or keep, and probably lots of other people wouldn't, but when I go through the rest of my gear and cleanse it out, I won't be left with a lot of gear, so it's not an issue for me. I would keep this stuff as well, solely because I haven't seen yet, and I could be wrong, and it would depend how well they level up. If they roll up really well, then we will look at keeping them, but if they don't roll up particularly well, we won't bother. I just think in the future there may well be an HP based or a defensive based champion for damage. I could be very wrong, and this could be a complete waste of gold, and it could be a complete waste of time. However, I don't know. Now, the other source of HP I would look at is HP and defense percent. I would select HP percent with a substat of defense percent. This is for your tanks. If you want your tanks to be a bit more tanky. Now, you want to put HP on them because you get more bang for your buck realistically. Although you want defense on there, which stops the amount of damage you receive, it lowers the amount of damage that's done. So it's attack minus defense. That sort of gives you your idea of what you're going to get hit for. And I don't believe there's any diminishing returns on that. So it's a straight up calculation. The issue is your tanks all have much more HP than they do defense. So when you're scaling off percentage, you will get more HP straight away than you ever will get defense. Now, maybe we'll have to have a look into that and actually test some theories out to see how much you get, how much you are rewarded for it. But essentially the thinking is, at the moment, wherever I've read and seen, HP and then the substat of defense percentage. And I suppose that could be wrong, but it's definitely worth checking out at some point. Now, the other thing we're going to have a quick look at is for healers as well. Now, I know people are going to say they don't hit and this does attack damage. They haven't got any attack damage get the boost from. This is my first stuff that is going to be an attack of 66% as opposed to the 60, so I'll clear off the extra percentage. Now, what do I want in there? But he wants some healing effect. That's already locked up, and so is that. So that's probably got, yeah, it's got a crit rate and rage regen on there, so we keep that. That's got and attack, so that is a nice piece. But remember, you can't put it on a healer. Healers can't crit, so they don't profit from any crit rate at all. However, that could work for a healer, that could work for a healer, and that could work for an attack-based healer. Now, you may want, in the future, you may want to put in, well, I'm going to just keep attack-based healers, I'm going to also keep the attack in there. Or I'm also going to have attack speed in there. This is my first run with it, so for me, I would keep a lot more stuff. I would get more ruthless as I get more gear, and certainly my non-mythical stuff, when I do that, I will be a lot more ruthless on that. But this is my first mythical stuff, so there's probably a little more leeway for me at a younger account. So any healings based off HP, we'd accept that. And then as we're doing healers, you obviously get this one as well. So get that, and we're going to lock that in. And we'll do it the other way around for HP based. There's one, and that's already locked in, so that's attack and HP, so we'll see how that rolls. The issue is, would I roll this all the way to 60? Yeah, I probably would, because without the healing effect, that would be awesome. But these two stats are terrible for the healer, so one of those things. We would now get rid of another 30 items. Let's have a look just to see what we're getting rid of here. Absolutely no crit rate on it. That's essentially what we're getting rid of. Here is rage regen. So also selecting attack speed and rage regen. HP percent in there, happy days. If I want to build someone who is going fast for the rage regen recycle teams, then this is the sort of thing I'm going to have a look into, and we'll see how it goes. So again, this is just me being a little more lenient with gear to start with. As I progress, again, it will get more brutal and we'll cut down on the gear, but essentially we can select a lot lower gear. So we're now getting rid of 27 pieces. I would imagine the bulk of this is going to be attack percentage with defense percent, crit damage with no other subsets above. So you see we've got rid of what I feel is the worst of it. Now there may be other people that want to keep some of this stuff. I think this is about as bad as it gets, and I would say there's probably a lot of people who are going to get rid of worse stuff. Better still keep some of the stuff I get rid of, but that's down to you. Now let's go and see how some of it levels up. Ancient mythical pieces should all roll well, so we'll roll those straight up anyway. So we already know ancient mythical pieces are going to roll well, or should roll well. Have been screenshots I've seen where they've rolled terribly. That would be a distinct idea to use your hammers on those to do the recasting of the stats. There's our first piece out of the way. Now if we get our filter on, we want Infernal Raw, we want Soulbound Arcarna, and this is all the stuff we're going to be leveling up. So we really could do with select them all and roll them all up to 4 in a one-up and see if we get anything good. As we all know, this is one of the worst parts of the game. The gear cleansing can be slow, but you can speed that up if you're a bit more confident, I suppose, about what you want to keep and what you want to get rid of. But ideally you want to do it as quickly as possible so you can get back to the good part of the game, which is actually playing it. Now, we all expect the gear not to get good gear, and we all expect the rolls to go terribly anyway. But if there was a quicker way to do it, that would be so much better. I mean, ideally for me, I'd like to select all 9 of these pieces, then also enchant them all up to level 4 in one go. But the way the game is at the moment, I've got to individually do each piece and hope I get good rolls on the better pieces. So I do have some pieces that most people probably wouldn't keep. Unfortunately, you can guarantee they're the bits that are going to roll well. Now we've rolled them all up to 4, we're just going to have a look to see which ones actually roll well, and then we will smash them all the way up to 16. I've done with it, and hope the rest of them go relatively well. That's okay. We've got the good rolls on the bits we wanted, but that is a bonus. But it could so easily go wrong. So easily go wrong. Had to land an HP, obviously, because that's not what I wanted. Could have done with swapping those about, but it is what it is, and you already know the results you get realistically. So we've leveled these 2 up to 12 as opposed to the full 16. They haven't rolled particularly well. It will cost a bomb to take them up to the level 16 mark, as we all know. I've only really done it because there's a possibility that they may be the piece required to get the full set on. But always remember, you're better off with stats than you are with sets anyway. I just want to keep them on the back burner in case I'm just missing a little bit of crit rate. Then I can install them on. I'll probably roll them up to 16 and take the extra attack percent and put it on. But until that day arrives, I think they're stuck at 12. I don't think we actually got a full set of anything going across the board. But it's not the end of the world. It's the first time doing it. It's a step in the right direction. And there are some good pieces that I've got. So if I have a look at, so this is how it finally rolled up. We got a Soulbound Arcarna piece on the bangle, nice crit damage piece with crit rate in there and attack percentage. We're very happy with that piece. Nothing else great there. Then on the amulet, we got a couple of pieces from Infernal Raw, so that's quite nice. Obviously, we've got the massive roll in the bonus, which is helpful, but it is what it is. We expect that with gear, and then in the ring, we got another piece of Soulbound Arcarna. We're slowly getting there with the gear, and the next time the Oracle again for gear registry, we'll smash a bit more energy, get a couple of pieces missing. Here I've got at the moment, I'll still probably champions anyway. That way we'll upgrade the champion. So it's no great chance. It is what it is. Thank you very much for your time. If you got this far in the video, you can give us a thumbs up. like and subscribe would be helpful, and I'll see you on a video again soon. Thanks for your time. Bye.